hit movie Venom: The Last Dance is here, and we're here to review it. Full of spoilers, very fun. Uh,
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
spoilers.
I know you
Elias,
guys are excited to see this movie, so just don't watch this review if uh if you don't want to get spoilers. Um so um I forgot to go to the theater
did
to
you
watch the
actually?
movie. So I had to buy tickets again
Oh, okay.
to see it
Yes,
in
you
the
did tell me.
evening. So if that tells you anything about how excited I was for this movie,
I
I
thought you were saying
just
you forgot it a second time. I was like, bro, no shit.
imagine. No, I straight up forgot to go to the
That's so
theater.
funny.
So that's how much I gave a shit about this. Oh man.
Well worth your time and money.
Mm, yes.
Mm.
I should have seen it in 3D. Maybe that would have been better.
I watched it in Dolby IMAX,
Oh, that's good.
and I couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah. Hmm.
This was like the first time I was watching like a Dolby movie too. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure.
Where to begin? Uh, this is one of those comic book movies that I do feel like they could have done well. I feel like Null is such a strong concept. King in Black is such a strong concept,
Andy Serkis
but
as Noah is
um,
kind of hard.
yeah, that's cool.
Like his design in the post credit scene is like, oh,
I
okay,
was
kind of cooking.
I was down with him in general. I thought he was cool. But I knew they weren't going to actually, bring him to Earth. They just had these weird designed aliens I hated.
Yeah, the fucking
Instead, they should be pure black. They should be pure symbiote. What is
yeah.
this
What the
shit?
fuck is with them?
I did like the reassembly that they could do, though. I thought that was a cool effect.
That was cool.
But anyway, I thought uh, this had the potential for a great story because it was a good comic. Now, the problem is that there was no build up to this. There was no Carnage was just the first one was so okay. The first Venom movie was just kind of
I
a
actually like it.
fucking goof off. I don't people say that it's better than the second one. I haven't seen it in that long. I couldn't tell you. Second one is like, what if a crazy person got their hands on the symbiote?
Yeah,
That's all it was.
it's kind of whatever.
So then when we get to this point, all of a sudden I'm opening with, a cosmic level like threat. It's
It's
like,
super
where the
serious.
fuck was this? Like, damn, that sucks. This could have been cool. So yeah, I don't know. That was unfortunate because I do think that they could have had something cool here.
I the best way I can put this is that this is two films completely smashed together. One of them is Harold and Symbiote Kumar go to New York, and the other one is an alien invasion film that's way more interesting, but still like really bland at times. So like neither side works.
Yeah, it's classic alien invasion. Hijinks.
Yeah, it's just man. I found the interesting stuff like to be like some of the scientist stuff at like Area 55, but like there was just so much dumb shit. Like, why the fuck are you putting Area 55 under 51? That's so stupid. Um, I have a couple notes because I was so bored during this fucking film. I had to actually write notes so that I would like pay attention. Um, but one of the notes I wrote was, why the fuck have codexes never been made before?
Yeah,
Like
major flaw. Major
all you
flaw.
need is a host to almost die, and then you can make a code. Like that's not that literally happens in this film with the scientist. I was like, oh, that person could have become a codex. That person could have become like
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's happening here?
Their explanation for what a codex was very weak.
Also, you only need one. You need one individual codex. Codex. If you had said like this is like we need 100 of them and this is like the 100th, I would have been like, okay, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. You're telling me you
Yeah.
need one? You need one. You need
Yeah.
one, my guy.
And we didn't know about this the whole time. And also
Also,
the fact that he can just not go full Venom mode and it doesn't appear on the
Yeah, oh
radar
my
for the
god,
fucking
yeah, that was
creatures.
so dumb. That was so
Like, bro,
dumb.
it's the whole point is that it's in your fucking spine. It's part of your
Yeah.
body at that point. Like, you can't just do that. That was dumb as hell.
I can show my head. I can do the arms,
Yeah, I
but I
can do
can't do the full
this,
body.
but I can't do that. Ha ha ha. Ha. Funny.
Eddie.
Another like just shit humor fucking movie. Um, yeah. So
Why? Why
yeah, I
did
mean
they
there
think
was some
Eddie
fun
losing his
stuff.
shoes was so funny? They kept on doing that joke, and I was like, "This isn't getting funnier. Like this is not funny the first time. Nor is it funny the
Yeah,
fifth
there
time."
was a shoes thing.
They had the guy piss on them even, and it was like, "This still isn't funny.
Yeah,
What is happening?"
I don't know.
Also, Eddie has aged a lot in 1 year. What has the man been through? This is
Yeah,
apparently 1 year after the first film. Like, what the fuck happened?
yeah. Oh,
Man aged 20 years.
yeah. I'm going out of order here because I forgot. But the waste of the multi-dimensional scene.
Oh yeah.
Like, what was the point? You could have just moved on. I wouldn't have given a fuck. Like,
Yeah, I don't
honestly,
even,
like,
why even include it in the beginning of the movie.
so
It literally
stupid.
doesn't have anything to do with it.
I don't know if they were leaving that open for options in case they did get a chance to interact with Spidey. Like, that was so stupid. He was just at the fucking bar, and then he's at the other bar, and the guy has longer hair. Wow.
Whatever
Epic
happened to that guy?
multi-dimensional
Also,
movie.
the guy just kidnapped and then we
Yeah, they
never.
just took him. They just took him. Like, what use is he to you now? He told you everything he knew, and that was it,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
bro.
fucking just tases him in the fucking neck. And yeah, you're right. We don't never see him again. They probably forgot about it, honestly.
Um, I also said, what the fuck is with the alien family, bro? Like y'all are insane for breaking into Area 51, but also like,
Why did the kid go first? He was the one that was scared of the whole thing.
but also
The little
like,
boy.
I couldn't take them dying from the watchtower seriously at all because like one, the height wasn't super insane, but also like I did not care about this fucking character.
No, but it was just an opportunity to show that the symbiotes could
Them
do
singing
good.
Major Tom wanted to make me blow my brains out actively in
Oh
theaters.
yeah, I was like, wow, the scene's not ending. Oh, the scene's still
Wow,
going.
we're just doing the full song. Okay.
Yeah,
Whew,
yeah.
man.
This the music placement was
Oh, if
rough.
we want to talk about music placement, the ending scene with Maroon 5
They spent all the
after
money on
after
the fucking
Venom
music, dude.
dies and they montage and half of the montage is scenes from this movie.
So bad.
So,
I couldn't
like
believe it. I was
I
like, oh,
literally
okay, so
couldn't
there's gonna be
either.
one more scene after this, right? No, it just ends on the montage.
I was absolutely dumbfounded. I was actively dumbfounded that they chose
Ugh,
that song and then
crazy.
also ended it with just Eddie staring at the statue. It felt like a fucking music video. Like what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Man, that's
Nuts.
why. And then the null scene, it's like the null post credit scene felt like that should have been the ending stinger. Like that should have been the ending or some shit. But also like, no, what are you gonna do? You don't have a codex.
Yeah, like he's like, I'm gonna destroy the earth. What did we do to you, bro? Like shit. Like the
Yo,
fuck?
bro, like chill.
You have no
Also,
motive. Like all the symbiotes are fucking dead and gone. Like you have no codex now.
well, no, that's incorrect. There is one left. There
Agony
is
didn't die.
there's Scream Flash, the fastest symbiote alive.
Agony didn't die, so I guess she should die, and she's the only
So
one with the
stupid,
symbiote.
fucking
the
Flash symbiote.
The
Oh
fact
my
that
god.
the only reason I knew about that was through Fortnite, first of all, is fucking dumb as hell. And then secondly, it took her the last 5 minutes of the movie to fucking transform. So I was like, I
But
thought she
also
was going to be a bigger part of it.
the
Yeah, that was
lightning bit.
absolutely insane. Like, I give a fuck about the random ass, like,
Your
brother that she
brother,
had that was
yeah.
struck by. What the fuck was that? It's like showing us, like, unnecessary, like, shit just to try and build out characters that no one's going to give a fuck about. Like, I don't know
um,
if that was a reference to something or what, but I was dumb as hell. Yeah, super speed symbiote. All right, whatever.
yeah, just they did these. I shit you not, Elias. As someone who watched the Flash, they did the exact same special effects on her hand as
No, yeah,
like she was turning. I was like,
yeah.
damn, they're really not even trying to change this.
No, they didn't give a shit. They
Did they
didn't give
just
a
order
fuck.
like the VFX team and just overlaid it over her hand? It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I don't
Um,
know.
I also
Weird.
wrote three points here. I wrote one, why is Miss Chen flirting with Venom? Two, why the fuck did Venom want to go full monster just to dance? Three, why didn't any of the agents attack the monster at Las Vegas instead of letting it go?
Yeah, yeah. Those are all good questions.
But also, like,
That's it. Those are good questions.
Miss Chen, why are you trying to fuck Venom? Why? Like, bro, chill.
I don't know. I don't know what was that. What was with that? That was very
um,
strange.
and then I think the best things I wrote near the end were Venom has to brush his teeth because they were grimy as fuck, and then I wrote Chekhov's acid barrel. So, so Chekhov's acid barrel is a pretty good summary of this film. I feel like
What acid barrel?
the acid barrel that kills Venom.
Yeah,
It's like they show it in the beginning when like she first appears at
yeah.
Area 51, and I was like, that's gonna become important later, and it literally
Oh,
ends the
yeah, yeah.
fucking movie with it. I was
I
like,
guess
oh
that's
my
the only way
fucking
they could
god.
figure out how to kill symbiotes. Which, why is it that and not just? Why don't you just stick with Sonics? Like,
How the fuck are you an anti symbiote task force slash scientist group and not have any ways or weapons to kill symbiotes?
well,
Also, why the
yeah.
fuck do
I
the
don't know.
monsters have sonic abilities in the last like 20 minutes, but not any minute before?
Yeah, yeah. Good thing the symbiote characters have Sonic abilities, even though that's their weakness.
Yeah. Also, another thing, why was there only one of them for most of the movie when
Dude, yeah, the
how
opening scene showed like hundreds of them jumping into the
and then they just
portals.
looped. They just did the exact same scene again. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what? You're not even gonna show us a different
That was
angle?
so
No,
funny.
no, same exact scene. Okay,
That
cool.
was absolutely hilarious.
I
No,
was like,
yeah, I like how they at the very beginning they showed all of them jumping into the portals, and then just one was pursuing Eddie the whole time.
yeah, and
And
then it
then
was
at the
like,
end there was like a maximum of like five, I think, like four.
yeah, it was like, yes, I should probably call my siblings now. Let me use my sonic abilities that I haven't shown off, and two, my ability to call my brothers. Oh yes, let's make the phone home reference.
Yeah. My favorite part of the film is the sequence at the end when you know, Venom latches back onto Eddie after he's been captured, and then the monster appears, and then everyone starts getting their symbiotes. Like that was genuinely a very fun scene. I think there's some cool fight choreography there.
Oh yeah, like the
I
knife
think,
arms and shit is sick. Like all the
yeah,
different abilities, like the magma symbiote and like
yeah.
all the different stuff.
I like who looked like Phage, but I guess it wasn't Phage. Um, had the big fucking fist, was punching shit. I thought that was fun. Um, it was a waste to kill them all right away, but the visual of that monster, like basically like shredding them, like being a fucking
Oh, that was wild.
that was pretty cool. Um, but the fucking like the flaming looking symbiote was sick as hell.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck did this ability come from?
Yeah, they were just trying to do different abilities, different powers, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought some of those symbiotes were really fun. I couldn't really tell you who was supposed to be who. It was a lot of just like some of them were references, some of them were random, but
Okay, wait. We got to talk
it
about
was fun.
the soldier guy just immediately doming Eddie.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
because like genuinely smartest fucking character in the movie. Just immediately like, yeah, no, we ain't dealing with this shit. Bang, just in
Yeah,
the hallway.
yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my god. I
Yeah.
was like, there you go. That's how you solve that problem. Fuck killing the symbiote. Kill
I don't
Eddie.
know how
He's
Venom like got out of the containment, but
yeah,
whatever.
and we had to have another she venom, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it was just a She
Whatever.
Venom reference, but
Yeah, but
um I thought Lasher was cool. Who would have been Lasher?
Lasher
Um,
is.
the green one.
Oh yeah, I think that was my favorite scene actually. Him talking to them and
Yeah,
being like, "Y'all are not ready for Null." Like I think that was like like when they hadn't met yet Eddie yet. and they were just discussing discussing Null. Um, that was like the most interesting part of the movie because it was like, oh, there's actual stakes to this, and there's like a philosophical question about like who should we kill? Oh, are the symbiotes like good or the evil? And like it was like genuinely the only moment in the film where I was like, oh, this actually has like a little bit more substance than I expected. I didn't expect this film to be very, I wasn't expecting this to be anything, to be honest. Um, and I mean, my expectations were matched, which is honestly good.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I will say, I think I had a better time with this than I did Joker 2, to be honest. Um, I think Joker 2,
Yeah.
I had more of a little bit higher expectations, but also like it just I think it pissed me off because it could have done better. This
Yeah.
could have done better, but also like this is already such a shitstorm from the beginning that like
Yeah,
I
it's a Venom movie.
yeah like I couldn't it's like it was like oh we're playing poker but half of your cards are Uno cards like that's basically
I
that's,
um I never expected one Venom movie, much less three.
yeah
But yeah, when I saw the quality that we were dealing with from the beginning, I didn't expect much out of this. But yeah, I mean, it was like it was fun bad, which is I guess kind of their area.
yeah
There were definitely some cringy moments, but overall, it's like laughable bad instead of just like depressing bad, which is what Joker was for me.
yeah
So, yeah,
um also Eddie shouldn't have survived that fucking explosion and the acid with just that door.
that
That's
was weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was it was like they showed like a whole like nuclear ass fucking explosion. It was just like Eddie was like the door was flung off him and it was like it looked like for a second I thought his legs were broken or something and I
Mm.
thought I for a split second I was like no shot they take his legs like Flash Thompson.
They would have. They definitely would have.
I would have actually been really happy with that. They just made him like a new like Flash Thompson as character,
Hmm.
but no, they didn't have the balls to do that, obviously. But that was just really, I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I was just confused at how as to how like the general guy didn't ask for the help of the two women scientists to like get him to the scanner for the acid bath because like he just went at it himself. They didn't acknowledge him crawling away with his fucking wound in his hole in his body. He just crawls away and starts trying to do it, and then Venom needs to help him back up to do it more. And it's like,
yeah.
why were they not helping him do this? Like this is clearly what had to happen.
Also,
And then
what
he
if
just gave up and just fucking grenaded the shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, he's just gonna blow it up because he can't take cover. Like, damn.
also what the fuck? What type of like acid bath shit is? Like, what the fuck is this for,
What were
bro?
they doing at the beginning? They were just like
They
destroying
were just
stuff.
destroying metal, I guess, from Area 51. I guess they were like scrapping, but like
So
it
they
was
didn't
like
even know if that was gonna destroy a symbiote.
no, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like they had no weapons to destroy symbiotes, and they were a symbiote research facility. I was like, oh, but you have
I didn't
containment
see like
fields?
one sonic chamber. Like I didn't
No,
see
nothing.
a torture chamber of just sonics. Like weird,
It was
really
absolutely
weird.
absurd.
But yeah, Patrick Mulligan in the comics is Toxin, but they went with a pure green symbiote, and the arms that they did at the very beginning when he transforms was reminiscent of Lasher. So I thought that's who it was supposed to be. And yeah, he had some cool moments.
Yeah, he was probably
Um,
the weirdly enough probably the best actor in the film.
yeah, right. Good. Yeah, he interacted with Eddie for a second, which was cool. Um, but yeah, they just I thought it was kind of a waste how quickly they killed like the symbiotes, especially him. Like he should have at least lasted like 2 seconds. He just got like slurped up like a fucking ramen noodle right away.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Those monsters, oh my god, those monsters are just garbage disposals.
Yeah, literally.
Also, I love how the soldier was like, "You killed one of my soldiers," and it's like, bro, like five of your other soldiers died from the other monsters. What the fuck?
He was so pissed that 3 of his soldiers got killed by the fucking Clintar. I'm gonna call it.
Bruh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just fucking stupid. um,
Any other notes?
I'm trying to think. that was all my notes I had written down. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. No, looks surprisingly cool. Yeah, that's really it. Harold and symbiote Kumar go to New York. That's a pretty accurate description of this film. I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was his plan. He was just gonna walk all the way to New York.
Oh yeah, when he just jumped off
Like,
the. Oh yeah, I
what?
guess fuck the people on the
Dude,
plane then.
literally, what the fuck? That thing
They're dead,
destroyed the
right?
turbine, and they didn't
They're
even
dead,
show
right?
it. Eddie just hopped off.
So they're dead, right?
They
Like
gotta be dead.
that entire plane is just
That made
like
no sense. I was like, oh, okay, and he's gonna have to
he's gonna have
like
to save it.
time to
Yeah.
see the how a symbiote would save a plane. He just hops off.
All we got to see was how a symbiote would cause 9/11 in this scenario.
Crazy.
But also, like, I love how in all the ads we saw like a child in the window, but in the movie we don't see a child at all in the airplane window because they're like, ah, yes, we don't want to condone that he's about to kill a child.
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
just these
but
poor random folks trying to just fucking get to where they need to be.
also the fucking symbiote group, like the anti symbiote group, got one of the guy's heads, like that Venom chomped off. Like he got like one of the cartel's guys' heads, the dog people's heads. Like, that was weird.
Wait, they had that?
Yeah, they just had a head and they were keeping him alive and bonded to a symbiote. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then they never bring it
Ah,
up. They literally say it's like we bonded it to him, and then it's like we're never bringing this up again.
yeah. No, there was like a lot of like again like basis for cool stories in this. Like yeah, they should be using symbiotes to for medicinal purposes and for practical purposes. They could even be using it for military.
you could have you could have easily changed this entire franchise into being an Agent Venom like film franchise, and
Easy.
that would have been so much more interesting. Like you don't need Spider Man for Agent Venom. That's a great thing about Agent Venom, and like you could easily cast like a character to be Flash, Venom, and then just send them on missions.
Like yes, it's cool that they took an OG character like Flash Thompson and made him into a big player, but it's not necessary if you just want to have a fun action film and
Yeah,
also a Venom design that's not trash.
yeah, yeah. Literally. Like Agent Venom design
How do
is
we never
so
update?
easy.
Yeah, how do we never update the Venom look in 3 movies? And it's just so basic and boring to me,
I love how in the
especially
first
when you see
movie,
all the other cool looks at the end of the movie with all the other symbiotes.
it was cool because it was like, okay, here's a proto Venom. It was like, oh, okay, this is unique. Like I remember watching the first trailer for the first film and being like, oh, this is kind of like a horror vibe to it. Do you remember the first trailer?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
like they don't even show Venom fully. And I was like, okay, this is kind of a horror vibe to it. And then later they like completely changed it. But I was like, this is a cool proto Venom. Like, okay, we got some ideas, we got some white veins, whatever. And then it's just yeah, you're right, just never change.
Like the whole thing is like the host like informs the symbiote and we see that in the personality, but you would think that yeah, after this like bond that they really really seem to have in the third movie, there's no design change or update anything. And I know they didn't want to just do a spider symbol, but there had to have been a compromise. There had to have been some other
Something.
white symbology that they could have used. I don't know.
But yeah, so I guess Null is just gonna sit in his little like MTV crib room and listen to some My Chemical Romance and plot world domination for whenever some other sorry fuck dies with a symbiote.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know how Eddie's ever gonna get another symbiote. I don't know how
Well, we had the
we're supposed
Venom
to give enough of a
cockroach at
fuck
the end.
about agony. Yeah.
We had the Venom cockroach, which was, I guess we could also say Chekhov's cockroach because she did mention that cockroaches won't die from anything, like earlier in the film, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, man, they really followed Chekhov's rule for this film. They
Yeah.
showed something, they used it.
Mm-hmm. What's it called though? Yeah. So we have to give a fuck about agony now. Uh, who just I'm sorry, but whoever the actress was just annoying me.
Yeah,
She was just annoying. Like what? Who? And that general actor is in like a lot of shit. I see his face
He's
all the
actually pretty
time, and I
good.
don't know his name. Yeah,
He's
no, he's
actually,
fine.
yeah.
He's
I
fine. I
actually,
have no problem
it
with him.
was funny. I recognize his lieutenant from Travelers. I don't know if you've ever watched that show. That show,
Okay.
really, really great sci-fi show. Got canceled by Netflix because fuck Netflix.
Okay.
Got canceled after 2 seasons. But he plays basically a 206-year-old person in an 18-year-old's body and does it really well. So like I was, but also like after the show, like I hadn't seen him in anything, so I was like, I saw him and I was like, oh, he's still getting work. That's cool. At least he's getting paid.
Word. Yeah. So that makes he and Mulligan the strongest like actors in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would do it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the general was probably one of the if the lines were better, he could have delivered a better
Yeah.
like he delivered a good performance based off what they gave him, which was, let's be honest here, nothing. like I will say he acted pretty well when he domed Eddie. That was like a realistic, like that to me was like, okay, yeah, that didn't feel like out of character or funny in that moment. That was like, oh
Mhm.
no, that's a natural reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, now I'm having a tough time figuring out how. You know what? No, I'm gonna say it. I give this. A, what did we give Joker? We gave Joker a 2, right?
You gave Joker a 2, I gave it a 2.5 because it did its job. But
I
yeah,
still
it's
think I'm
hard
gonna give
to.
a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give 2 Chekhov's acid barrels out of 5. Because I think this is better, but I think it's so marginally close that, like, honestly, it basically hits the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
a little bit better than Joker. Not enough to differentiate it score wise for me.
Definitely. I'm just trying to think of the rating metric I want to use. Um,
2 lightning bolts hitting your dead brother, your alien obsessed brother out of 5.
I'm gonna give this film 2 slot machines out of 5.
That was so stupid. That was such a
Venom's just
stupid
like
little thing.
sees the slot machines. I love gambling. I know. I love gambling. Just
It's
freaks the
literally
fuck out.
it was literally the TikTok meme of like,
Yeah,
I
I
love
couldn't believe
gambling,
that
I
shit.
love gambling. It was just
That
like,
was amazing. I was like,
God,
yo,
oh
what?
man,
How does he even know what this is?
bro, how do you know what Major Tom is? Like, how
Yeah,
do you know most of
literally.
this stuff?
What
Like,
the
that's
fuck
the
was that?
funny. Like, what the fuck? So actually, you know what? That's the canonical thing. Um, Eddie's aging like 4 times as fast because Venom is stealing his memories actively.
Mm-hmm.
Also, why the fuck do all the symbiotes call him Venom? Like that was like a whole thing in the first one was like,
Yeah.
maybe you should call me Venom. it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's like it's like, bro, that isn't your actual name though.
How did they
Whatever.
land on that in the first one?
I don't remember, man.
Because like every time they shoehorn a name in like that, it just feels so corny.
Oh yeah, because it's so 90s, 80s of like,
Yeah,
I'm Lash, I'm toxic. It's like
but
bro,
unless
like
you, yeah,
it's
but
so
unless
grim
you like
dark.
go back to the source material and see how they actually came up with the name, there's probably no better way to do it. So when they just throw like shoehorn like a name like Venom in, like what does that have to Venom of what? Like if you're a Venom of something or someone, like yeah, I
I'm
get
the
that,
Venom of
but
Null.
I don't remember. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't
Like
remember
that would
how
have been
they
if it was like,
came
oh,
to
I'm
the
the one symbiote that escaped
yeah,
Null's or like some bullshit like that. Like make some reason.
right.
I don't know. The Null parts felt like a film that would be like 10 times more interesting than this film,
Yeah.
which is a shame. But Andy Serkis got a paycheck, so I'm happy either way. As long as
Yeah.
Andy Serkis got paid, that's and the guy who played the lieutenant got paid. Those were 2 actors I actually gave a shit about. As long as they got paid, I'm fine. Anyway, should you watch Venom 3? No. should you
What is
should
there to watch in theaters that's better right now? That's the question.
The Substance from what I've heard. Let me
That's
see
still
what
out?
that is still out. Yes.
Okay.
Let me see right now. What is in theaters? Let's see.
But yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'm shocked that this got 3 movies. So, I mean, if you guys went and saw the first two, then yeah, I mean, go ahead, like knock yourselves out.
Transformers 1 is still in theaters.
Oh, okay.
So, one Transformers 1.
Once again,
Uh,
Transformers One. Go see that.
Yet again, Smile 2 is out. I don't know if that's any good. Piece by
Probably
Piece.
not.
Piece by Piece with Pharrell Williams
Oh
is
yeah,
out.
yeah. Go, yeah, go watch the Lego Pharrell Williams movie,
Yeah, like that's that.
which
We
is
Live in
crazy to
Time looks
me.
actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. The Andrew Garfield and Florence
Right.
Pugh romance
Yeah,
film that
yeah.
actually looks like I might actually watch that.
It's supposed to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to see what else. There's a re-release of Hocus Pocus, and yeah. Overall, mid movie.